Okay. Okay, now we put it on a pause. Good luck, honey.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And a global namaste to all our dear friends from all over the world. Welcome to Healing Our Earth. And today we have an amazing episode all lined up for you. Of course, your host for today is Hani Kalaria, Dr. Hani Kalaria. And I'm going to have the privilege and pleasure and honor to be with you for the next few hours. And of course, to perhaps introduce to you some amazing guests of ours. Now, these guests, they are specialists, masters, gurus.
Honey, sorry, I've had to stop you. Just hold on one moment, please. Honey, remain paused there, please. Thank you. Honey, it will be okay shortly. Just I will give you a cue.
What did it tell you later?
Right now we are private. We are not out on any of the channels, and that is the stream. Keep the video on all the time, honey. Thank you. And good luck. Unmute yourself, honey, and go, please.
So sorry for the little technical hitch there, but as I was mentioning, we have an amazing lineup of guests who are joining us today. Each one of them are masters in their field. They're gurus, they are yoga practitioners, they are very, very knowledgeable people within this field. So today you really need to go and get yourself a nice orange juice, sit on your sofa and listen to this program, because you're going to get some amazing, amazing tips, advice, practical, chances to try out some exercises and get inspired by these amazing, amazing meditation and yoga gurus. So my first guest, I'd like to say, is a very, very interesting gentleman. He's joining us all the way from India. His name is Himanshu Mehta. Some of you may have already seen him if you've seen some of our previous programs. But if you're joining us today on our Healing Our Earth, then definitely you need to know who this gentleman is. So first of all, I'd like to say a global namaste to Himanshu Mehta. And Himanshu Mehta is actually a very successful businessman. Hello, dear Himanshu. How are you?
I'm doing fine, Dr. Hani. Global namaste to everyone.
Yes, a global namaste definitely to you, and of course your beautiful team that's out there, full of lovely radiant energy, and your lovely t-shirts as well. Inspire. I love that. Let's all inspire the rest of the audience members who have tuned in from all over the world today. So let's move on. I just want to do a little introduction about you, Himanshu. Just let our wonderful audience members know. Now, Himanshu Mehta is a successful businessman, and he's also a value stock investor. He has been passionately involved in the world of yoga since the age of, since 42 years old. No, actually, since 42 years. And he has been actively involved in teaching others about yoga for the past 13 years. He has been an advanced practitioner of Hatha Yoga and he's been taught by great gurus like Sri BKS Iyengar, Guruji, Sri Yogendraji, Dr. Jaydev and Hansaba, Shivanand, Bikram, Sri Pathabi Joyce, and so many amazing, amazing gurus. So he's a kind of somebody who has got the best of all the wonderful tips and advice, which you'll be able to find out later today. Now, for the last 8 years, as Kar Seva, which we call it Seva, which is about just giving and serving the community, he has been giving free coaching sessions of Surya Namaskar, yoga and pranayama. And this is every Saturday for 2 hours on Juhu Beach. I wish I was there. So maybe I have to fly down to India and check out this wonderful live session with Himanshu. And of course, he has devised a unique, slowest form of Surya Namaskar with the chakra meditation on mantra music, which he will be teaching us about and he'll be sharing a little bit about today. And for the elderly people, he has also devised a chair Surya Namaskar, which I think is amazing because that means no excuses for anybody, nobody to complain that this is not my age to exercise, because you have a special type of exercise that our dear Himanshu ji has been able to develop for you. And this is also mainly for his mother. Isn't that a wonderful thing to dedicate to your own mother, to devise a whole program because of them? And while pursuing a course on philosophy and psychology of yoga in Mumbai University, he wrote a thesis which turned out to be the best ever written by any student in the 35 years of the course. Wow, we have a superstar here. And he's also a social activist as well, to add on to this whole long list of wonderful talents. And this is in managing beach and beach gardens, creation of the yoga park as well, which I think is really good to inspire people to connect to nature. And he keeps cultivating new hobbies like golfing, which I love as well. Creation of, like a Harley motorcycle. He loves riding his Harley motorbike. Maybe I have to learn that. Paragliding, jet skiing, gymnastics, aerial yoga, salsa, martial arts. And he is just, I would say, I don't know what else to say about you, Himanshu ji. It's too much. It's a big book of, of an introduction. So a global namaste, and we're so proud to have you here today, Himanshu ji. So tell us, Himanshu ji, we said you've been in this involved in the world of yoga for so many years now. can you give us a quick little brief background about yourself and perhaps share a little bit of why is yoga so important? Why is meditation so important?
Yes, certainly. Global namaste to everyone. And what a privilege it is to be invited by Healing Our Earth on this free global online session, Yoga and Meditation. Thank you, Dr. Hani. Yes, as far of course, the yoga has immense benefits. I would say that's all created for human being to elevate human being to its pinnacle. As for the physical aspect, my disciples, they can tell you more about it. And then I'll also talk to you about the psychological aspect, emotional, spiritual,
Yes,
and maybe before. Yeah,
yes,
sorry.
so there's one thing, Himanshuji, yes, you just mentioned about the emotional and the, because yoga actually has an amazing effect, not on you just on a physical level, but of course on many layers of you. So this could be your emotional, emotional body, as we say, the emotional body, the mental body, the spiritual body, and it affects you on all different layers, doesn't it?
Yeah. In fact, I had a short video clipping for the viewers. If you would like me to play, then I can share it with you. And that's more on the.
Absolutely. Yes, Himanshuji, that would be wonderful. So, dear audience members, all our wonderful friends, Healing Our Earth friends out there, just watch, listen, observe, and see what Himanshuji is going to be sharing with us while he gets his video ready. So, please, Himanshuji, please do share. We're all ready, all ears and all eyes.
Namaste. By profession, I'm a businessman. I'm very passionate about yoga and other exercises which aligns with the practice of yoga. I have been practicing yoga since over 20 years. I call myself as PIP of yoga, meaning promoter, inspirer and practitioner of yoga. In order to promote yoga to novices from last 6 years as Kar Seva, I have been giving community service on Juhu Beach by conducting and coaching free sessions of Surya Namaskars, yoga and pranayam every Saturday morning for about 2 hours. I discovered that yoga has been subconsciously working on me, transforming me into a better human being. I find yoga has been leading me towards self-realization, which is goal of yoga. My perception about life has phenomenally improved internally. I feel very contented and indulge into activities that aligns with my inner being. Yoga has helped enhance my perception, my intuition, discrimination powers between right and wrong, right choices of food intake, and mellowed down my aggression. Psychologically, I feel at peace almost at all times and have been able to catch up with good, sound sleep even for a shorter duration. On the physical aspect, yoga has given me a bonus of anti-aging. All credit goes to yoga. Tulasan. After doing all the asanas, we do pranayam, bandha and kriya. Ujjayi pranayam. In Jalandhar Bandh, chin lock, Gyan Mudra, breathing in, Purak, holding Antara Kumbhak, Mula Bandh, exhaling Rechak, Bhaya Kumbhak. Nadi Shodhana, sitting in Padmasan with Nasika Mudra, left hand Gyan Mudra, Jalandhar Bandh. Right nostril breathing in, Purak, left nostril breathing out, Rechak. Bastrika in Ujjayi Pranayam, Jalandhar Bandh, chin lock, blow the abdomen like a blacksmith bellow, breathing in, breathing out. Jalandhar Bandh, chin lock, Nasika Mudra, Gyan Mudra, left hand, breathing in, sharp exhalation, pumping your abdomen like a blacksmith bellow. I have been greatly inspired by our beloved Pradhan Sevak, Modi ji, who himself is a yogin and on pinnacle of karma, jnana and bhakti yoga.
Wow, that's amazing. Isn't that lovely? Congratulations, dear Himanshuji, for doing such amazing work. And not just that, to be such an inspiration. I heard what you said about being a promoter, an inspirer, and a practitioner of yoga. That's a really beautiful thing. The PIP. So you're the PIP of yoga. I love that. That's just really nice. I have to ask you as well, you know, you mentioned within the video about self-realization, that you found that your internal life became different. How can you describe that? Because if people have never done meditation before, what does that mean? You know, what does the self-realization and internal life mean?
Yeah, when you embrace yoga, when you start walking into the deep waters of yoga, it works automatically on you. The transformation starts beginning physically, mentally, psychologically. So many habits where you're not able to give up maybe that easily, it starts mellowing down. Now, physically, of course, as I tell to my sadhakas, that it works millimeter by millimeter. So it's not a overnight, as we say in Hindi, ek raat mein sultan. No, it doesn't.
Yeah, so there's not a one-day transformation. It has to be one step at a time, all the way through. Yes.
So, yeah, it's a long journey, and I don't force anything on myself. It just happens, and I accept it the way it comes. I just accept and surrender. That's how it works.
That's very beautiful, because you mentioned about the acceptance and surrendering to whatever happens in life, whatever's going on, etc.
Exactly.
You flow, you work with it, you flow with it, you know, rather than resist and fight against it. You just, whatever happens, just flow. So yeah. And you mentioned about your anger, or you know, like your that you could control as well through meditation. So there are lots of so tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, I used to be angry man, you know, like you see,
like Amitabh Bachchan.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
So it has mellowed down like anything. Yeah, now it's like what I was. I'm just 1/4 of that, probably 1/4 of that, or maybe even less. So,
right. So this is nice.
Yeah. So transformation happens on a subconscious level. So that's the beauty of it. And of course, spiritual level, emotional level, and your hormonal balance. So many things works in tandem, really speaking, when you're practicing yoga.
The multi-layered approach. So yoga is not just doing yoga, but yoga means you have many benefits, or multi-level benefits from different ways. So all packaged in one. So all you have to do is, if you do regular yoga, you will probably find so many different changes taking place in your life, and all positive as well, from health to mental and to your own personality. And you know that people talk about, I heard many years ago a Guruji saying that if you ever wanted to have peace in the world, then you would have to teach everybody meditation, because if you meditate, you'll never make wrong decisions and you'll never want to harm others. So what do you say about that? You know, especially with this Ukraine war going on at the moment. I know we're not very political here. I'm asking, how does it help to support a more peaceful world?
I would say, let's say, for example, a hypothetical theory. Okay, let's say Putin and Zelensky, they were spiritual scholars, or they were yogis, and then do you think there would be a war? I don't think so. Never.
Never.
So that's because yoga, as such, I mean, that's a let go attitude for anything and everything. What happens is, if you see the root cause of the war, it's greed, fear, and ego. And that's been the root cause of all the wars that has taken place in past. And if you see, wars has not given any solution. It has, on the contrary, complicated the issues more and more. And we see that in last 100 years, there have been more countries, there have been more divisions. We inherited Mother Earth without any borders, any boundaries. God never asked any visa for us to be on this planet, right? For every country now we have to issue the visa.
That's true. So there is that unity, that you're saying peace, because peace, yoga also means union, doesn't it, of the soul and the
Exactly.
higher universe. But at the same time, it also helps to develop those qualities as making sure that, that there is a lot of unity, that it helps, and peace. Inner peace and outer peace. So I think that if we started getting you, Himanshuji, to teach the whole world a little bit of this meditation, we're going to have a very peaceful world. And I saw Modiji. You said Modiji also.
Exactly.
I saw the beautiful sand artwork. Beautiful. And
Yes.
Modiji also does regular yoga, right? So he
Wow.
probably makes very clear decisions with the kind of decisions he makes as well.
Yeah, he himself is a yogi, I would say, because if you go through his life history, then the biography, I've read it. So of course he was a monk, and then of course he's been sent by his guru. So he's been a yogi, and that's why you see he's all the time calm and composed, and you don't find any, imbalance in any way. So,
Yes.
and that's a inherent strength in him.
And he's won the best one of the best leader awards around the world. So it's been really
Exactly,
great. Absolutely. So if people wanted to get involved, in meditation and yoga, I know that you yourself have these wonderful voluntary beach yoga sessions that you do in Juhu Beach in India.
Yes,
And we've had the
yes.
pleasure. So if anybody's watching right now, if you're connecting with us on social media, etc., then you will also be able to tune in live online. So and you can also practice these wonderful yoga sessions with Himanshuji live. So Himanshuji, tell us a little bit about that. So what inspired you to start these voluntary sessions, and how has it impacted people's lives?
Oh yeah, but before that, I would like to talk about, the basic aspects about yoga a little bit, and then the chakras, and then we can move for the.
Oh, wow. So we have to make sure that
Yeah.
people understand that what is the reason that we should be doing, what happens actually. Please tell us a little bit about that. That would be really good for us to understand that why yoga and why chakras are very important, why the nadi system is very important.
Yes. So now in general, people, the general masses, they understand yoga as only asanas and pranayama, but that's actually a tip of the iceberg. Yoga is a vast science, multidimensional, really speaking. So, we have been gifted, we have inherited this gift of yoga 3,500 years ago from Maharishi Patanjali. It's a Yoga Sutras, what he had written. Maharishi Patanjali, he lived on this planet for 800 years, and he's been well known for grammar, Ayurveda, and other studies, of course. But Yoga Sutra, it is a solution for a better living and life without any conflict. So that's why I said, if the leaders of today, they were yogis, then I don't think we would have had any wars. And the wars has not given any solution. The nuclear missiles, what they have produced, they have not given any solutions. So it's only threatening each other. And it's just building up more greed, fear, ego, and that keeps on more like a vicious cycle. And you have one country after another trying to overpower. So that doesn't work.
Whilst there are lots of people, in poverty, no food, money could be easily used to help to feed the world and make this world a better place. Yes.
Yeah. And above all, above greed, ego, and whatever, the fear, the mother of all root cause is the ignorance. The ignorance. That's the greatest evil on this planet. And that's why we keep on and on working everything on the low level of intellect instead of rising
and consciousness. Yes, the lower levels of consciousness.
Yeah. So if we talk about the yoga as such, the Ashtanga Yoga, the eightfold path of Patanjali, yam, niyam, asan, pranayam, pratyahara, dhyana, dharana, samadhi. So the yam is like don'ts. So it itself teaches us ahimsa, non-violence. So no wars. Satya, the truth, no lies. Asteya, not to steal. So You don't have to go and grab anybody's country or a land or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Aparigraha, not to hoard anything. So brahmacharya, so moderation, okay, and that of course. So in that way, if this path of yoga is followed by humans, so then there will be no kind of, it will be a purposeful living all along. And humans, they forget one most important aspect, that what is the purpose of our birth, basically. Why God created humans? I mean, God was more than happy creating mammals and whatever the animals. Okay, but why humans? Okay.
Yeah, let me ask you that question. So let's see, why do you think God has made us humans? Tell us about that.
So man is, I mean, humans are born to create a peaceful world. Now you and me are talking on the computer, okay? Is it an act of war or an act of creation?
Creativity.
Creativity, yeah, that's what. So we have to keep on creating. We are not meant really for the war, right? Yes. So man has to rise, and man has to rise from animalhood to manhood to godhood.
Right. So actually what we're talking about is a path of evolution where we have to evolve through awareness, removing ignorance, gaining knowledge, so that we could evolve as human beings from having animal instincts to having divine qualities.
Exactly. So yes. Unfortunately, we are all stuck with animal instincts. We are all in the mode of fight and flight. There's nothing more than that. Okay. So that's the reason the wars and conflicts keeps on happening.
Right. Yeah. Yes, because it's territory, isn't it? It's like if there's a lion and a tiger, they're like protecting their own territory. They don't mind killing each other. Then it's all animal instincts. But human beings is more to do, as you mentioned, being creative. You get a lot of joy, from painting, from dancing, from singing, and doing yoga and helping each other. There's a lot of joy that people feel naturally from inside when they do this.
Yeah, that's what they showed in the film Avatar, and now we are going to have a metaverse Avatar. Okay, that's another act of creation.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes, we need more yoga practitioners so that we don't mix reality with this, this made up world. But yeah, so Himanshuji, so what you're just mentioning right now, again, it comes back to creating more peace, evolving as a human being. So it's that's really important. Any other points do you feel are?
Yeah, so as I said, we are in the animal instinct. So if we talk about chakras, then the energy at this juncture is more dominant in the Mooladhara. So that what creates more like a fight and flight mode. So it has to rise to Anhata, the heart chakra. People have to become more, it's Karuna, Maitriya, friendliness, compassion. That's when the humanity will rise. So the religion, I mean, it is said the religion divides and spirituality unites. And what we believe in yoga is Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. The whole world is my family.
Yes.
So I would like to show
very beautiful point that what you just said about the whole world is my family, because through yoga you get to learn how to even do it naturally. You don't even have to pretend to do it. It just happens that you care for everybody. You have compassion, like you mentioned. So yoga is something that if you feel annoyed, you can't forgive people easily, you're angry, all these things automatically disappear and melt away from your life, and that makes you also a more healthier person, because the more stress you have, the more frustration you have, it creates illnesses and physical ailments as well in your body.
Yes, of course. Yeah, a lot. Yep.
Yes.
So talking about the chakras, so I would like to give a talk on chakras. So we were talking about the Mooladhara. So we'll start from Mooladhara. I prepared a video recording, was recorded about a week ago, especially for healing our earth. So our audience can have a good insight of the chakras, and then we take them for Surya Namaskar with chakra meditation, which is the first of its kind. So
Yes, I'm looking forward to finding out more about that wonderful Surya Namaskar. And it's the first initiative like that and designed, by you, pioneering a style of meditation. And we're looking forward to that. So everybody stay tuned in and let's have a look at what Himanshu has for us. He's going to be passing on some very important knowledge here about how the chakras work and also, of course, how it helps to develop you as a person. So please go ahead, dear Himanshu ji.
Okay, we'll play the video. Thank you. I want to explain you about a chakra. So, हम लोग जो chakra meditation, Surya Namaskar with chakra meditation on mantras करते हैं, so it will make your practice more meaningful. So we did about pranayama last time. So where did the breath go? You took the breath. Where did it go? कहाँ गया? Body, how? Cells, okay.
I think it comes out. What we exhale.
So then it's 1 minus 1, 0. तो कुछ लिया नहीं, कुछ दिया नहीं. Where did it go?
Whatever feed you're taking in, it has elements which goes into the different parts of the body.
How? How? Exactly. Yes. So breath is life, breath is yoga. अगर breath नहीं है तो we are dead. We are a dead corpse. कुछ life नहीं है, right? हाँ. Can you see air? Can you see oxygen? So same way you can't see chakras. Maybe with some powerful vision, it's a different story. That's how our yogis must have seen that, and they mention the scriptures. So as you said, it passes through the body everywhere. So how?
Then again, inside the body, then there is a chemical reaction in terms of carbon dioxide going out.
Okay.
The whole process of the breath going.
So there are 72,000 nadis. Nadis, the breath travels through the nadis in the entire body, right? And out of this 72,000, 3 are more important. पता है which 3? That is Ida and Pingla, right and left, right? And third, the most important, Sushumna. Yes, Sushumna. So main important nadi is Sushumna and Ida and Pingla. So all the nadis, they pass through the chakra, they meet at the chakra, that chakra becomes a junction point. What is a chakra? The meaning is wheel or a vortex or a spiral or whirlpool rotation. So the chakras are the energy centers. Chakras are the spiritual centers. If your chakras are balanced and if they are active, you become more and more spiritually elevated. So where did the breath you took, where did it go? It went right to the bottom first. And then that breath or the energy rises up. So understanding chakra, you see the building? Huh? उसमें electricity आती है. How does the electricity goes to the building? First floor to ground floor. But that is the main line coming in. So that's your main breath coming in. And then it's distributing, right? It distributes. So it distributes through the junction box. So junction box are like chakras. So nadi जो है breath लेती है and then it distributes each and every chakra. How many chakras are there? 7. There are 114 chakras. Okay. 7, what you said is correct. They are the major chakras. They are the major chakras. Now out of 114 chakras, 2 are outside the body. That is, one is Sahasrara, that is crown chakra, what we say, that is above us. So 2 are outside the body. So just calculate कीजिए 114 minus 2 कितने हो गए 112, right? And then 4 chakras are dormant. They are not active at all. कितने रह गए 108 रह गए. So 108 group is good enough. Okay. So that divides into 2. 54. Talking about 7 chakras. How many colors are there? 7. Vibjor. Yeah, main colors are the rainbow. How many colors the rainbow has? 7, right? And Sur kitne hai? 7. Sa re ga ma pa dha, right? So everything is in a harmony, everything is synchronized. It's only our ignorance makes things understand difficult. So जैसे बताया बिल्डिंग में सब इलेक्ट्रिसिटी, everyone gets the light, okay, because of the junction box the energy spreads out. So is about the chakra. When we breathe in consciously, or more particularly during the meditation, if we are focused on the breathing, or even while doing Surya Namaskar, when we do slow breathing, okay, when you take the breath, then part of the prana goes to the Mooladhara. Mooladhara, Mool is a base, foundation, Adhar, Mool Adhar, Mooladhara, okay. So Adhar is like source. So it's a source and it's a base of the foundation. और मूलधार जो है, of course the location is perineum. You know perineum region, just for the knowledge, perineum region is, I mean, at the opening of the anus and the genitals, between that, that's a perineum. So that's a location. Or most important is the Kundalini remains dormant there at the Mooladhara. Mooladhara में कुंडलिनी जो है, that's a 3.5 coil. हाँ, सब बोलते हैं ना कुंडलिनी जागृत करनी है, तो वहाँ सोई हुई है, उसको जागृत करना है. And that happens with our meditation and chakras, activation of chakras, right? Or it is associated with the element earth, Prithvi. So Panchamahabhut, Prithvi, the first element, will cover all the 5 elements in 5 chakras. So all these chakras are very much linked with these elements of cosmos. So where we are doing is the most auspicious location. We get all the 5 elements of cosmos here. Now it is recognized by the color red. Every chakra has a different colors. See, so red is a color of Mooladhara. This chakra is basically, it is more focused on the survival needs. अब ये चक्रा जो है जिसकी एनर्जी वहीं पे डोमिनेंट हो जाती है, that person you will find like all the time struggling for survival, okay, for nourishment and for shelter and security. But where this chakra is active, I mean, that chakra will help you in your development of the spine, your legs, the lower body, because it's a lower chakra. So it's the lower body becomes active, more and more active, and you become safe and fearless. अब ये चक्र ब्लॉक क्या करता है, क्या चीज़ इसको ब्लॉक करती है? It's a fear. When you have fear, excessive fear, this chakra gets blocked. So to overcome the fear, now when we do our Surya Namaskar, there is a dialogue, focus on Mooladhara. So when you focus, anything that you focus, it gets activated. अगर आपने देखा होगा कि one gentleman is to conduct the session like a mind energy and something like that. तो वो सबको, I attended that session. वो सबको बोलता है 100-200 लोग जो है कि just focus on this. वो ग्लास के फ्लास्क रखते थे. Focus on that flask, everybody. Okay. Everybody used to focus, and in just 5 minutes, it will burst, crack. So that's the energy of focus. जिसका ये चक्र मूलधारा imbalance हो जाता है, malfunction, what happens? The person becomes greedy. He starts hoarding. उसको सब जगह जमा करना है सब कुछ. He becomes greedy. Material possession की तरफ ज़्यादा ध्यान जाता है कि मैं ये ले लूँ, वो ले लूँ, ये ले लूँ. You know, binge shopping. People go for shopping. आँख बंद करके आते हैं. So that time that Mooladhara is imbalanced, and they'll face problems in the hips, legs, muscles, many things. The next one, now as you're focusing more, you will rise the energy up. ये एनर्जी को अपने को ऊपर उठाना है, and that's the practice of yoga and meditation. And your target is to take it to Sahasrara. So we'll gradually go up. So this is Swadhisthana. It is recognized by the color orange, Swadhisthana chakra. which is known as sacral chakra. Swadhisthana means well established. The Sanskrit meaning is well established. Now what blocks Swadhisthana is a guilt, a feeling of guilt. If you're feeling guilty all the time about कि मैंने ये कर लिया वो कर लिया, you are blocking that chakra. जो हो गया, जिससे भी जो हो गया वो हो गया. That is past. In present moment, you just be free of guilt, any kind of guilt. It is located 3 inches above the genitals, just below the navel, 3 inches above the genitals. So all the chakras are aligned. They are in one line with the spine basically. This chakra is associated with jala, water. So again the second element, jal. What happens with this chakra, if the energy is dominant here, then the person becomes like he wants to enjoy the world. He wants to enjoy everything in life. The sensuality and creativity rises. And it may so happen if he becomes overactive about it, overindulgent, he'll become overindulgent in sex or drugs or alcohol. Okay, that's going beyond a limit. ठीक है. इसका function क्या है? It regulates the bladder, kidney and reproductive system. So whatever is still here, you find all those organs are regulated by Swadhisthana. And if there is a malfunction or imbalance, then of course you have problems in bladder, kidney or the pelvic area. ठीक है. The third one, of course, there's Manipura or Manipuraka chakra. That is associated with bhuk, the nourishment and the hunger. Now that is at the navel. That chakra is at the navel, just behind the navel, between the spine and the navel, you can say. So this is when we were in the mother's womb. That's where we were attached with the umbilical cord, right? So this chakra signifies about the nourishment, hunger. So first is you will feel hungry if it is activated properly at a right time. You will take a right amount of food, right? And most important, it's associated with fire, sun. Okay, that's why it's yellow. So Tejas is what we call it. जिसका ये चक्र एक्टिव है, dominant है, he becomes a doer. He becomes a politician, a businessman. He wants to do something. He wants to just keep on doing something. He can't sit idle. Okay. मूलधारा जो है जिसका एक्टिव नहीं है वो लेजी हो जाता है, यहाँ वो एक्टिव बन जाता है. Then the gut instinct, I mean this chakra is about courage. So if this chakra is active, then you feel very courageous. You feel, हम लोग बोलते हैं ना कि this guy has a terrific gut feeling. So he becomes a gutsy. She becomes very gutsy. Okay. So that overcomes the fear. Now, the function of this chakra is it regulates the stomach, liver, digestive system, intestine. And if there is imbalance in this chakra, what happens is one becomes gossiping, complaining, you know, that kind of a thing. Bad digestion हो जाता है. अगर bad digestion होगा तो you are not positive generally. Okay. Liver malfunction हो जाता है या pancreas में disturbance हो जाता है. So this is the importance of Manipuraka chakra, navel chakra. That's what it is called. Then the fourth most important is Anahata. That is a heart chakra. See, the color is green. Now, when you go in the forest or you take a long walk in the greenery, you feel so very nice because it appeals to the heart, right? So the greenery is the most appealing for this chakra. It's found at the solar plexus, right? Where the rib cage is meeting, behind the solar plexus. What blocks is the grief. You feel negative about somebody or feel sad about something. So that is what it blocks. It's always as we say in yoga, pratipaksha bhavana. When you feel negative, when you feel grief, you just think of the opposite. And you are able to activate the chakra. The color of course is green. It is associated with Vayu, air. So that is what fourth element, right? Vayu, air. Now, जिसका भी ये active है chakra, that person would become an artist. He would be like Bollywood, Hollywood star, even if he's not there. But his lifestyle is something, or his actions are like artistic. He or she would go for the best things in the world. If this is active, you feel a lot of love, kindness, compassion for others. Okay. Now, what happens when there is a blockage of this or malfunction of this chakra? When there is an imbalance, so then person has a heart-related problems, lung infection, and bronchitis, or many things. Okay, you start feeling negative about everything, right? Then comes a Vishuddhi. Vishuddhi is a throat here, the pit of the throat. It's also known as a sound chakra because it's associated with the sound. 8 billion population of world ka. You will never find a similar sound of two people. In the 8 billion people, you can copy a sound, but you will not be able to imitate on a regular basis, right? So the sound varies. So this chakra regulates the sound, your speech. जिसका ये chakra active होगा, the person will be very good in communication and speech. So that's the best part of it. And again, it is associated with the element of Akash, space. ये fifth अपना पंच महाभूत हो गए. जिसका ये imbalance हो जाएगा, क्या होगा? The person will start speaking too much, okay, or the person will speak inappropriate, something which is not relevant. कुछ भी बकवास चालू कर देंगे. So that is the bad part of it. And the worst is the person will start speaking lies. So what blocks this chakra is the lies. The more you speak lies, the more the blockage of this chakra. So that's why our scriptures always they say that speak the truth, follow the truth. The next one is Agya, third eye chakra. Agya, the color is indigo. So Agya chakra is also known as Agya ka matlab hai command. So it's like commanding. So it commands many things from the cosmos. And if this chakra is active, what happens? You become dispassionate. You do not attach with things. You will, आप कहीं पे गए, you all went to Kashmir, no? बराबर है? You did not stay forever. Yeah. You went there, enjoyed Kashmir, okay, and you came back, you got detached. So you don't become like passionate about everything. जो भी है, हाँ आपने खाना खाया, enjoy किया, you don't overeat. So you become very balanced in that respect. So you get detached with or dispassionate about things, and most important, it is known as a third eye. So when your energy is rising to that level, it's like the third eye opening of Shiva. It destroys all which is negative, all which is materialistic, because then the goal is spiritual uprising. You want to rise spiritually. So your third eye opens up, you burn out everything. Everything becomes ashes, all which is not required for a further growth. अगर ये imbalance हो जाता है तो क्या है? Lack of clarity. You will not be very clear about everything. You feel stuck in life. आप कुछ decision जल्दी नहीं ले पाते हैं. You feel you are like totally यहाँ जाओ, ये करूँ, वो करूँ. You are undecided all the time. Then of course insomnia, नींद की बीमारी हो जाती है. You won't be able to sleep properly. And sinus, of course. Otherwise, this chakra main function is brain, eyes, ears and nose. So it functions on a regular basis. It regulates the functioning of this. Then the next chakra is Sahasrara. Sahasrara is, of course, it is a crown chakra. It is signified by violet, color of violet. Now, Sahasrara, जो अगर आपकी एनर्जी वहाँ तक पहुँच गई, तो you are enlightened. You see the Jesus and all, सबका फोटो देखते हैं, कृष्णा and all, पीछे होता है हेलो होता है, you know. So that hello is signifying Sahasrara, that the person is enlightened. So that's our goal of yoga. Let's see where we reach. Okay. Any questions? Anything?
How to reach Sahasrara?
How to do this every day? Start with Muladhara.
How do we know that my chakras are on or not?
So as I said कि जो symptoms बताया ना, जो imbalance होगा तो क्या होगा? See, अगर आपका ध्यान भटकता है, let's say I'm talking about the सूर्य नमस्कार करते हैं, आपका ध्यान भटकता है, you are not focused. So then your chakra is, it is imbalance, so you are creating more imbalance in that. And that is why I told you कि ये blindfolded करो. Then you are, we see you there. See, हाँ, मूलाधारा एक्टिव करना है तो बेस्ट थिंग इज वॉकिंग ऑन द मड और ग्रीन ग्रास. ओके. हार्ट चक्र एक्टिव करना, या यू बी इन द मेडोज, बी इन द फॉरेस्ट, टेक अ नाइस लॉन्ग वॉक क्वाइटली without talking to anybody, alone. See, journey of yoga is basically alone, single. Okay. It's only we start with a group, but we end up alone everywhere. So it's a lone ranger. So that is how you activate. The best activation, of course, first is exercise. So you overcome the laziness. You are getting up 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning, doing your workout, doing your Surya Namaskar, whatever. Okay. That is, you are taking care, you are overcoming the dormant energy of Muladhara, which is making you lazy. You are overcoming the laziness. Barabar hai? So then you are sitting for meditation. And meditation, you are just focusing, you are not thinking of anything else. You are becoming thoughtless gradually, which happens on a later stage. But you are practicing, and you settle down. So that is how the chakras start getting activated. Whatever you focus on, it activates. Anything?
Sahasrara is outside the body.
Outside here, basically. So that's where actually Kundalini rises, no? When your Kundalini rises, that's when it takes a jump, okay, to Sahasrara. That means you are enlightened. You don't need anything in life. You are a totally giver. वहाँ तक पहुँचना, पहले सब कुछ डोनेट कर लो. इसलिए देखो दीक्षा वगैरह लेते हैं. एनीबडी जैन? हाँ, दीक्षा में શું બધું આપી દે છે. सो दीक्षा लेते हैं, सब कुछ दे देते हैं ना. या
Not even, sir.
आई मीन अब वो जो किया, वो उनका जो लेवल, उनको जितनी उदारता दिखानी है वो हिसाब से आप बोल रहे हो, वो भी बराबर कि उन्होंने अपने बेटे बटे सबको दे दिया, वो अलग चीज़ है. वो दैट्स अ डिफरेंट थिंग. बट फॉर देम सेल्स नथिंग, दैट्स वन थिंग. एंड द वर्स्ट पार्ट आई हैव सीन इज बिकॉज
The emotions of the children are there, no, because they have given.
no emotion, then they become emotionless. इवन उनका बाप भी उनका जो है ना, उनके पैर छुएंगे, उनको महाराज ही माने एक स्वामी समझेंगे. तो दैट इज़ वन थिंग. एंड द वर्स्ट पार्ट इज, उनकी दीक्षा लेते हैं तो बाल जो है ना, एक एक खींच के निकालते हैं. अब पुल आउट योर वन हेयर एंड सी. सो इट्स अ तपस्या. ओके. सो अपनी एक छोटी सी कुछ भी नहीं है तपस्या. And even for coming at 6 for Surya Namaskar, people make so much of fuss. Okay. So that's where they go wrong. Right. Any other questions? So idea is that now you know the importance of this chakra, and you listen to the audio and focus on the chakras, focus on your breathing. Okay. Then we'll talk about this later on someday. Okay. When? Yeah. Panchakosha. Right. Okay, we start Surya Namaskar.
I would like to try that one day, that What you said the class group.
But there's so many people only that will not work out. We need more people.
No, it depends. It depends. अपनी एनर्जी कितनी है?
Wow, that was wonderful. What a really great summary. Because it's a very, very complicated sometimes, you have to talk about so many areas when it comes to chakras and nadis. But you've explained it so nicely, simplified it so nicely. So Himanshuji, I think we need to unmute you if that's okay. Yes, that was fantastic. Very good lecture there. Well done. And I'm sure that all your wonderful disciples and all your students would be really, really happy to have a teacher like you to share such amazing knowledge. And you also mentioned, whilst we were learning about this, that you did a Surya Namaskar, that you were just about to do that, but you said about the blindfolding. Well, tell us a little bit about that. Why did you decide to do some kind of a yoga or meditation practice, but wearing the blindfolds?
Yeah. Before that, you asked me a question which I mentioned to you that I'll answer a little later after showing this video. That was about why and how I started this Surya Namaskar on the beach.
Yes.
Yeah, as a kar seva. Yeah. So my present home since 2011 is on the beach, and this place has enriched me immensely with peace, because in 2011 I had a tsunami in my life, a personal emotional breakdown. So, and that was immensely devastating, and this place gave me so much of peace that I thought of paying back to the society. And what I saw on the beach was people running, jogging, and doing some other crazy exercises. But what they lacked was serenity and flexibility, much required, the serenity part of it. So I thought of introducing yoga and Surya Namaskar as a kar seva, and it started with a small group, and then it grew up, and we had so many events where we had participation of 150 people, and even the bigger events also we had affiliated with the other group, about 800 people. So that kind of events keeps on happening. So we have a group which is right now around about 200, 250 people, and then the extended group. So that's how it is going on. And yeah, coming back to other question about the blindfold. So I would say the blindfolding, it gives me, it optimizes my practice. Basically, it gives me enough time to stretch, because I mean everything is about stretching in yoga.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but my question was, why blindfolding? Because I mean, I know we must be connected to the senses or something like that, right?
Yes. So it's again pratyahara, that is withdrawal of senses. So we're withdrawing the senses. What generally happens on the beach? I mean, I thought of it because people know me. There are a lot of friends passing by, so there will always be a distraction, and I mean, my practice was going out of focus. So I thought, why not try with the blindfolded? So I started blindfolded, and after a few years, we had Sushma ji. Yeah, please come. Yeah, she is basically a homemaker, and she also started, and then followed by Pratima, and then of course the twins Anshika and they are in UP. So
yes, you have got 2 10-year-olds as well. So children also get to practice this.
So the 10-year-old twins, they started practicing blindfolded, and then of course I promoted to my entire group. Yeah, here Anshika, you're there.
Let's see if we can find Anshika. Hello, Anshika. Global namaste to you, my dear. You need to yes. Hello.
Global namaste.
Global namaste. And I know that you do Surya Namaskar. Do you with Himanshu ji?
What?
You do Surya Namaskar? You do Surya
Yes.
Namaskar exercises with the Himanshu?
Yes. Yes.
So tell us, why do you practice? What benefits do you get from it? आपको क्या अच्छा लगता है?
I like to do Surya Namaskar because I do Surya Namaskar, so I get concentration and I get the good benefit of the Surya Namaskar.
Right. And what benefits do you get from Surya Namaskar? What is the benefits? What do you feel? So it makes you focus, concentrate, anything else?
I feel best to do yoga, and it is very nice to do yoga, and I do yoga. I like to do yoga because I get benefit concentrations.
That's lovely. And how old are both of you? Are you 10 years old, both of you?
Yes, yes, yes.
And both twins?
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Wow, what a lovely, lovely, gorgeous twins, eh? Brother and sister, both same age, lovely. So, carry on doing your Surya Namaskar, do really well, and keep up the good work and become good role models for other children. Anshika?
Yeah.
आप कंटिन्यू करो, बहुत अच्छा काम कर रहे हो. I'm sure कि और भी आपका फ्रेंड है, वो इंस्पायर होंगे. So that's very nice.
Thank you, ma'am.
Well done. So thank you for joining us today, Anshika, and thank you for your brother as well for joining us today. Have a lovely day. Thank you, and a global namaste.
Thank you. Thank you.
Because children are enjoying doing these Surya Namaskars, and it's must be so good for their flexibility and so good for their health as well, isn't it?
I would say they are like a bonus to me for my Kar Seva, because it was very challenging to engage the children, and they stay all along and they've been coming from last 6-7 months, and they stay for the entire 2 hours. And imagine a children of the age of 10 to stay on the mat continuously.
Yeah. Well, we've got some evolved souls already there, that sounds like. Yeah. They themselves will get drawn to such places, so which is really wonderful. So yeah, but Himanshuji, you were also going to help our audience members try out some exercises. What will you be able to show us today so they can also try out some exercise with you? You mentioned about your special innovative pioneering style of slow Surya Namaskar.
Yes, so I devised a Surya Namaskar, which is the first of its kind globally. It's the slowest form of Surya Namaskar, where we do 12 cycles in 1 hour. So it's, one Surya Namaskar is 5 minutes. Before that, we used to do 108 Surya Namaskar. So our group is known as 108 Surya Namaskar group Juhu. So we used to do 108 in 80 minutes. So that was faster work. So this one I devised because it has a multiple advantage. So it works from physical to, the physiological to psychological, and from psychological, you can take it to the psychophysiological level.
How does that happen? What is what's the difference?
So the physical, of course, when we're talking about a physical level, because you are holding the posture for a longer duration. So, a person doing gym or a weightlifting, he or she will not be able to do this kind of Surya Namaskar, because they have to hold the postures and they are not flexible enough. They are not used to holding it. Okay, their muscles are very rigid.
Right. So yes.
Yeah. So the physical level, of course, it gives a good strength. It is said, slower the exercise, stronger the muscles.
Right. So that's something good for all of us to learn. So all you listening out there, don't just do quick, 10 minutes, I've done my exercise. If you hold up each posture, that's when where you get the gains.
As we say the bicep, when we do the biceps, you hold it and you release it slowly. And I'm sure that if you're doing, let's say, reps of 12 reps of maybe 12 5 times, you will not be able to do even maybe a rep of 5 times,
Yes. So the idea of the Surya Namaskar, to do it very slowly, the first part is to make sure that you hold your poses for longer, so you build strength and flexibility.
And you have enough time to adjust, to stretch your body and to align the postures. So very less chances of injury. There is no chance of injury. So
very important.
It works for all age groups. I mean, for us in our group, we have tried and tested with from the age group of 8 to 80. So even the 80-year-old can do this chakra meditation, Surya Namaskar, easily. Of course, with depending on their fitness level, of course. Yeah.
Yes. So, and you mentioned also the physiological, you mentioned the psychophysiological. What do you mean by that? Yes.
So psychological, yeah, once you take, as I said, we do it blindfolded. So we take the focus within. So we are focusing on the breath. Breath is yoga, breath is life, right? So we're focusing on the breath. And again, it activates the chakras, because when you focus on the chakra and the breath, as I asked the first question in my talk, that where did the breath go? So we have 72,000 nadis. So the breath has to supply to all the nadis. So when we're breathing slowly, so it encompasses the aspects of pranayama also, because normal breathing is 12 to 16 breaths a minute. Whereas here we take 1 or 2 breaths a minute. So we slow down the breathing process.
Right, right. So you're actually distributing prana around your body. So
yeah, exactly.
The life force which is in your breath, you're actually allowing it to and clear it through the toxins, also being able to be dispersed slowly through that, right? Process.
Yeah. So instead of being a rabbit, we are being a tortoise. So,
living longer and more healthier.
Yeah.
Yes, so steady wins the race, as they say. Oh, it's fantastic. We have about 10 minutes left or so. Perhaps if you'd like to show us the wonderful exercise, I would love to see that. And all of you out there who are watching all over the world, wherever you are at the moment, whether it's Dubai, Malaysia, Hong Kong, or Kenya, or of course the UK, please join in and enjoy this wonderful Surya Namaskar innovative styled meditation.
We'll play the video of that too. We have recorded on the beach. We have been doing on the beach. As I said, Pancha Mahabhut, all the 5 elements of cosmos. So that enriches our practice.
Wow. Please go ahead. We'd love to see that. That sounds really exciting. Thank you.
Yeah.
ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्
Standing in Pranamasana, contemplate on Anhata or heart chakra, breathing normal. Inhaling, go into Hasta Uttanasana, contemplating on Vishuddhi or throat chakra.
Om
bending forward, go into Padahasta Asana, keeping focus on Mooladhara or root chakra. Taking right leg back with slow and deep inhalation, move into Ashwasanchalasana, focusing on Agya or third eye chakra. Now retaining breath, move into plank position, maintaining focus on Vishuddhi or throat chakra. Exhaling, move into Ashtanga Asana, keeping focus on Swadhisthana chakra. With slow and deep inhalation, move into Bhujangasana, keeping focus on Mooladhara or root chakra. Exhaling, go into Adha Mukha Svanasana or mountain pose, focusing on Vishuddhi chakra. Taking right leg forward with slow and deep inhalation, move into Ashwasanchalasana, focusing on Agya or third eye chakra. Exhaling, go into Padahasta Asana, focusing on Mooladhara or root chakra. Inhaling, go into Hasta Uttanasana, focusing on Vishuddhi or throat chakra. Going into Pranayama Asana, taking your right leg up, breathing normal, keep maintaining focus on Anhata or heart chakra. Ekam. Standing in Pranamasana, contemplate on Anhata or heart chakra, breathing normal. Inhaling, go into Hasta Uttanasana, contemplating on Vishuddhi or throat chakra. Exhaling, bending forward, go into Padahasta Asana, keeping focus on Mooladhara or root chakra. Taking left leg back with slow and deep inhalation, move into Ashwasanchalasana, focusing on Agya or third eye chakra.
remaining breath, move into plank position, maintaining focus on Vishuddhi or throat chakra. Exhaling, move into Ashtanga Asana, keeping focus on Swadhisthana chakra. With slow and deep inhalation, move into Bhujangasana, keeping focus on Mooladhara or root chakra. Exhaling, go into Adho Mukha Svanasana or mountain pose, focusing on Vishuddhi chakra. Taking left leg forward with slow and deep inhalation, move into Ashwasanchalasana, focusing on Agya or third eye chakra. Exhaling, go into Padahasta Asana, focusing on Mooladhara or root chakra. Inhaling, go into Hasta Uttanasana, focusing on Vishuddhi or throat chakra. Going into Pranayama Asana,
Taking your left leg up,
breathing normal, keep maintaining focus on Anhata or heart chakra.
Dve. We are now ready for deep relaxation. So lie down on your mat, straighten the legs, your palms rolled open towards the sky, but the feet rolled out to the sides, and completely let go from head to toe.
I'm Minu, a housewife. A blindfolded yoga session makes me feel very blissful and energetic.
Great.
Thanks a lot for sir for giving us such a wonderful session.
My pleasure. Yeah. I'm blessed.
My name is Bhupinder, and it was very nice of Himanshu sir to do so much of deep research, because this requires a lot of research and it's a very difficult subject to explain, and it was wonderful on his part to have it made it easier for us, and it will be very useful, but we need to work more on this on a regular basis. Thank
Great.
you.
Welcome.
Thank you, sir. Due to sir's motivation, we do this blindfolded Surya Namaskar, and today sir gave us lots of knowledge. Yes, and I'm very happy. Very happy. Yes, sir.
Great,
Yes,
great,
sir.
lovely.
Thank you,
You're
sir.
welcome. Come, Pratima. Wow.
Okay, so my name is Pratima, and I think this blindfolded concept is so unique because youngster like us, जिनका mind हमेशा wandering रहता है, यहाँ वहाँ भागता है, concentration करना बहुत difficult होता है, but with this blindfolded is very easy because ध्यान यहाँ वहाँ जाता ही नहीं और कुछ समझ भी नहीं आता, and then the 12 सूर्य नमस्कार feels like just 5-6 किए इतनी जल्दी कैसे हो गया. So for me it works great. Thank you so much.
Lovely. Counseling.
Hi, hello. Thank you, sir, Himanshu sir, for giving us such an opportunity to have yoga and our physical and spiritual things also become very enlightened. और अभी हम लोग ब्लाइंड फोल्ड है तो अभी स्टार्ट किए जस्ट फ्यू डेज बैक. इट वाज इनफैक्ट वी वर नॉट नोइंग दैट सच ए ब्लाइंड फोल्ड में इतना बेनिफिट्स है. अदरवाइज वी वुड हैव स्टार्टेड लॉन्ग बैक. एंड सर ये बहुत बड़ी बात है. वी आर वेरी फॉर्चुनेट to have this Panchbhuta here also. Panch Mahabhuta and 7 chakras of yogas today you have taught us, which we were not knowing till now. What is this 7 chakras? We always used to hear your audio in 7 chakras, but never knew what is this 7 chakras. Today was the first day we came to know what is this 7 chakras. And when I started the today's session, I concentrated on the chakras today itself.
Oh, wow.
Because I was not knowing till now what these chakras are.
Excellent.
So that is a great opportunity. And sir, these classes which you are conducting is all free, and which is very rare. It is a city like Mumbai which is very commercial. No one does such car seva, and it's not easy for a person to give so much of time and so much of energy, and always he spends money also on so many events and all this on this beach, which is we are very fortunate to have him at this session, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Welcome.
Hi, I am Brajesh, and I thank you, sir, for all the dedication that he gives. Blindfold brings in the 3C in me. It brings in calm, composure, and concentration, which helps a lot of compactness into my mind. Thank you.
Welcome.
Hello, I am Kaushik Shah. I've been doing Surya Namaskar with sir for the past 6-7 months. But the best part is Himanshu sir puts in always an extra effort to try to bring improvements in each and every thing in the Surya Namaskar. So we started with basic Surya Namaskar, then we went on to blindfolded. Then today he taught us all the importance of the 7 chakras and what is their significance. So he makes it a point that all his students also come up to his level, or at least aspire to be like him. So that is one of the biggest thing which I see in this list.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Kaiser. Before I start saying anything, I would like to just do a namaskar to sir. Himanshu sir is an amazing person. He does this yoga kar seva for free for all. Whoever wants to come can come and join, and he spends a lot of time and money and effort into making this successful. I thank him again once again.
Welcome. Thank you. Welcome.
I am Mayur Dhruva અને સર સાથે લગભગ ઓલમોસ્ટ 7 to 8 years 6 yearsથી હું લગભગ સાથે છું સરની. એન્ડ જે એફર્ટ લે છે મારી માટે, હું લેટ આવું છું, દેન ટુ ઓલ્સો હી ઇઝ સ્માઇલિંગ ઓલ ધ ટાઈમ વિથ મી, અને મને કહે છે કે ટકોર ઓલવેઝ કરે છે કે નહીં યાર તું ટાઈમ પર આવ ઓલવેઝ. બટ બ્લાઇન્ડ ફોલ્ડેડ હેલ્પ મી ધ એક્સપિરિયન્સ, ધ એનર્જી વિથિન, ધ ફ્લેક્સિબિલિટી ઓફ ધ માય બોડી, એન્ડ આઈ બીકેમ ધ ઓબ્ઝર્વર ઓફ માય થોટ્સ.
વાવ, ધેટ્સ ગ્રેટ.
સો મને ઘણી હેલ્પફુલ થઈ છે આ બ્લાઇન્ડ ફોલ્ડેડ. અને 12 સેશન્સ કેવી રીતે પતી જાય છે હું તરત જ બંધ કરી દઉં છું. એન્ડ મારે કોન્સન્ટ્રેશન, ફોકસ બધું જ ઓલમોસ્ટ મારા ઉપર, મારા અંદર એનર્જી પર જ હોય છે ऑलमोस्ट. तो थैंक्स टू सर.
वेलकम. बहुत अच्छा लगता है सर. और यहाँ पे सूर्य नमस्कार करके स्ट्रेचिंग हो जाता है बॉडी के अंदर, और सर का बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद है. और यहाँ आके ये सूर्य नमस्कार करके बहुत अच्छा लगता है.
थैंक यू. वेलकम.
So hi, I am Deepak Mehta, and to take focus within is the toughest part in yoga, and it is the ultimate goal, and it takes years to achieve that. But when you are doing blindfolded, you can go into it within a minute, and that's the greatest part of doing blindfolded. So I would recommend everyone to try it at least once and experience this unique form of Surya Namaskar blindfolded. Thank you.
Wow, that was amazing. I really loved that. I love that concept. I'm going to try it. I really will try this. That was a really good, and well done to all the students and all the participants who took part and shared their experiences, because I think that was also very inspiring, to find out what everybody had to say. So well done. Himanshu, you and your team have done an amazing job. Thank you very much for joining us today. We look forward to inviting you again in the future to continue enlightening the rest of us here, and of course our audience members out there. And good luck for the wonderful contribution that you're making in the world of spirituality and meditation. So thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Himanshu ji. Thank you, everybody else as well. Thanks for joining us here on Healing Our Earth. So there you go. There we had our wonderful Himanshu Mehta, all the way from India, Juhu Beach, and of course doing all the wonderful work he's doing from Mumbai, the commercial city of whole of India. But still, he carries on doing all this wonderful charitable work. So we're very proud of him. We now move all the way from India, all the way down to Romania. And I would like to say a very big global namaste to a very beautiful lady and a very beautiful soul. Her name is Roxana Luca. Hello, a global namaste, Roxana.
Hello, honey. Thank you so much. Namaskaram.